they do set it up for another villain to, you know, come to the show and add more to the series. Oh my god, I'm so sad.
Yeah, it's weird, right? I would have thought that would have been the one that's safe because it's so good.
Okay, but is Iron Fist is canceled?
Yeah.
And Luke Cage.
So all that's left is Jessica Jones right now. And
the Punisher is supposed to come back?
Yeah, Punisher's signed for another season, of course, because he's Punisher. And Defenders, I don't know if they're going to bring back Defenders or not.
Whatevs. I'm so mad. Did they say why? Like, what?
No, I don't know too much about it.
Is that the main guy that plays Matt Murdock? Is he in anything else?
I don't know. Not that I recall.
I think he plays him very well. He does a really good job. Tormented.
Moving on. Blade Runner 2049 is getting the anime treatment as well, as Cartoon Network's Toonami and streaming service Crunchyroll will team up for the event, which is set in the year 2032. It's called Blade Runner Black Lotus.
I like that name.
Yeah.
Lotus.
And it's supposed to have, because obviously it's set before 2049, it's going to have a bunch of familiar characters from 2049. So, Vic, I know you and Alberto are really big fans, so that's for you. Check it out. Moving on, The Possession of Hannah Grace drops today, so go check that out. It's one of the only horror movies that I know of that's out right now, and it looks pretty wild. I hope it's really good, and if not, then I apologize. IFC, actually, we already talked about that, so we're all done, unless you have anything to add.
I can't get over that Daredevil stuff, man. I'm genuinely really mad about that.
Well, what are you gonna do? I guess we'll have to wait to see. Maybe they'll. There's a fan theory that they're canceling these shows to bring them aboard the Disney streaming service that's about to launch. But there's it doesn't really make sense because from what I know, Disney doesn't want any kind of mature stuff to be streaming on that.
Why?
So I don't know.
Then why take over all of it? Like, if they don't want to cater to that audience, then why?
Because they're still Disney and they want to put only fun family stuff.
I guess.
Because there's superhero stuff that is considered family, like Avengers and stuff like that is still considered.
Yeah, but I feel like they also have a big audience with, that dark stuff.
They don't.
No?
They don't care about that.
I guess not.
Just the way that they're saying that once 20th Century Fox merges with Disney, they're not going to be producing the mature stuff anymore, supposedly. So I don't know if that's gonna actually happen or not. But anyway, enough with the news.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's move on to the rec so we don't run out of time here.
Okay.
And now it's time for the weekly recommendations.
You got anything?
Yeah, I'll just go with the one that I picked. A movie on Netflix original called Cam.
Mm-hmm.
Just watched it over the weekend as well. It's surprisingly very good. It follows this girl that does camming. A cam girl, I guess, that films herself online, and
she basically
people pay money
for her to see her do stuff.
Yeah. So, someone steals her identity and is pretending to be her online. So she's trying to figure it out and trying to get her life back together. It's kind of dark. It's dark. It shows you. I don't know how accurate the portrayal of that world is, but I mean, I was entertained. I recommend it.
Nice. It's called Cam, right?
It's called Cam. C-A-M.
Netflix original?
I believe so.
I think it just dropped recently.
Yeah, it just came out maybe within the last 2 weeks or so.
Check it out. I also had a Netflix original rec called Fight World with actor Frank Grillo, who's been made popular from the Purge series now. I guess he's also a martial arts enthusiast, and he's traveling around the world basically and checking out like the different cultures and kind of fighting styles from around the globe. I've seen a few of the first episodes, and it's pretty fun and enlightening, especially if you're into, fighting or the art of fighting. So check that out. It's called Fight World. For both Vic and James, they wanted me to do a shout out for the Ballad of Buster Scruggs from the Coen Brothers. Now, I haven't seen this yet. I know it's a Netflix original that just dropped as well. It's a Western. It looks really good. I have no doubt that it's good, being that it's from, the Coen Brothers, who did things like Fargo and No Country for Old Men. So you guys should check that out. The Ballad of Buster Scruggs. And then for James's last rec, it's Ray Donovan from Showtime. It's starring the great Liev Schreiber. So check that out. Are we gonna do Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yes, yeah. Definitely. So we just finally got to see Bohemian Rhapsody in theaters, and it's fucking amazing. It's really good. I laughed. I cried. I can't believe I cried. I cried at the movie. Rami Malek. Really good. All the other guys that play the other guys in the band, everybody's really good.
It's just strange that I feel like nobody else feels that way, at least from the people that I've talked to or critics. They say like that Remy is like the only good thing about
I strongly disagree.
And with that and the performances, the way that they did the performances and the introductions of the different songs was executed really well, but everybody says that the movie itself is kind of whatever. And watching it, I was trying to see that perspective, but it flows pretty well. I mean, it's kind of like Straight Outta Compton, where you can tell that they're really glossing over or failing to mention some probably important parts, especially because this one was PG-13, so they can't really get into depth with certain things. They kind of
that makes sense. Yeah, I didn't know that it was PG-13.
Yeah, they kind of gloss over a few things and kind of push things faster than, and that's what I meant when I told you after the film that I wish they would have slowed down at certain parts and kind of let you kind of engage a little bit more with these characters. But that being said, as a whole, I could see where they were going with it and how they kind of integrated Freddie's story with the importance of Queen and him, and the a lot of the big songs that we've all come to know. Of course, Bohemian is it's all kind of centered around that because that's their, they're like golden goose, so to speak.
Well, I feel like if you are a Queen fan, and if you are a music fan, which I am, you are really going to appreciate this film. I don't care what the critics or anybody else says. I just feel like it is a film for people that just enjoy music. If you enjoy music, like, you will get it. Like, you will appreciate them showing how certain songs came about and how, like, the process of them, like, oh yeah, that sounds good, like, oh no, we have to do it like this, or incorporate different things. I like that, so I thought that was a really great thing that they put in the film.
Nice. Anything else before we move on to the main focus?
No. That's it.
Good to go?
Yeah.
All right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And now for the movie focus of the week.
So tonight we're going to be talking about Observe and Report. It's from 2009. It's rated R. It's 1 hour and 46 minutes long, and it's got a 50 on Rotten. Basically, in a nutshell, it's about Ronnie Barnhart, who's a mall cop with an attitude. After his work is suddenly stalked by a sexual deviant, he takes it upon himself to catch the criminal in hopes of being offered a spot in law enforcement while simultaneously sweeping the girl of his dreams off of her feet.
Why did you pick this movie?
What? You didn't like it?
What did I say after the movie was done?
That it was stupid.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Seth Rogen. I love stupid shit like that. But I want to know why you picked this movie to be on your show.
I really wanted to see how it's aged because it's been a few years now.
It's been what? 2009, you said?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's been a while, and I remember watching it when it came out, and I thought it was really good because it's so risky with the subject matter, because a lot of the things that happen really shouldn't be funny, but they're kind of playing them to be funny, and so the fact that they were able to get away with so much of that in this, because there's so much inappropriate stuff that's very questionable.
Yes. I can think of everything.
I basically just wanted to jump back into it and see how it's fared, with the test of time, I guess.
It definitely caters to a certain audience, and I feel like they I feel like they didn't care. Like, we're just like any other movie that Seth Rogen is in, it's like a specific target, and everybody can watch it, but they don't really give a fuck if they like it or not.
Well, this one is even a little more extreme than things like Pineapple Express or even Superbad, like you said, I think it's definitely it's like a cult film for sure. I don't think it was ever meant to do extreme, well with the big audiences, but I think it's a good movie. And it's funny.
If you say so.
Michael Pena's hilarious.
Yeah, he's funny. He's kind of like the wild card in the film.
Yeah, where you're just like, what?
I just want to know, like, why is Ray Liotta in this film?
Well,
Henry from...
I think he must. Either he owes some people some favors, or he's friends with all those guys, because he's also in that Michael Cera film that came out around the same time.